So my presentation is on eating disorders for environmental and cultural factors. So media, within the media for eating disorders, it has become very accessible, especially to our younger generations, and it's all about the concern on what you look like towards yourself, towards others, and it's influencing their eating and body image due to the easy access for the internet and then the popular digital media like Instagram and Snapchat, things like that. Family support can vary. This is a challenging mental health disorder that can vary with experiences and backgrounds. This population is at a risk for suicide and other health problems. Physically, they're at risk for more detrimental thoughts and emotions. Lack of family support can also cause a concern for complying with treatment, seeking possibility of reversing treatment due to this being a mental health illness, lack of resources, lack of financial assistance, things like that can all play a part into support and getting the help that they need. Role of peers, this one can vary as well, so this one was kind of hard to answer and look up. They can be put into situations where they can't control the discrimination, bullying, negativity, or lack of support. A lot of times people are insensitive to this mental health illness, and the triggering terms are loosely used in conversation, which can be hard to fight back those thoughts that the people in this population may have. So this was kind of an interesting one to think about as far as factors in cyclical nature. Through the engaging in the community with this assignment and my research and just my background and experience with this population, they luckily are it is starting to grow to be more supported and well treated, um, similar to the mental health illness community and how it in the past hasn't always been treated well. Luckily, we're coming to a time, and we're in the time where it is starting to be treated better, with more resources that is, pharmacological, non-pharmacological, things like that. So, this population doesn't really have any legal or political problems. Potential barriers. So this one could be taken in a variety of ways. They of course have distorted thoughts on body image, poor self-esteem, constant worry on pursuing a thin body shape and look. Combination of genetics, biological, behavioral, psychological, or social risk factors. Those are the factors that can cause someone to develop an eating disorder and also be barriers to fighting and treating their eating disorder. So, the cultural environment may make this subject more difficult to talk about. It's more of like a taboo subject sometimes, which can lack support. There has been a shift, though, in communities that is making this population become more talked about and have more support. Internationally, the media and the internet worldwide is causing an influence on body image and appearance. There is an increasing obsession on perfection with personal images. Internationally, nationally, it's an everywhere ongoing problem. Socioeconomically, treatments can be a concern of getting effective treatments as far as indication and effectiveness goes. Various methods of treatment can include nutritional therapy, psychological therapy, um, that need to be bridged through the gaps of social and community determinants of health. Um, Financial assistance may be needed for some people. It varies on where this person in this population may be coming from, what their background for their personal background and culture and family life, things like that, can depend on their socioeconomic status, but there can be a worry, though, with getting the treatments they need as far as support system, medical treatments, medications, things like that. So this population is hard to kind of, with research, find any race or ethnicity factors, so it didn't really seem like there was anything applicable here. As far as religion goes, this one can vary as well. I feel in this population, they can either help or make it harder. They can give hope to those struggling with this mental illness, but it can also make it mentally difficult as far as meeting expectations within the religion or things like that, similar to their expectations that they are trying to achieve with their body image, look, and appearance. As far as genders go, this can be very overlooked as a mental health illness for males. They may be considered dramatic when they are showing signs and symptoms in this disorder. It's not quote unquote manly, things like that. Females are often thought to only struggle with this mental illness. However, it is increasing more and more, especially with women. Geographical location. Here's some statistics on diagnoses of eating disorders within women and men nationally and then internationally as well. They're just highly prevalent worldwide and unfortunately growing. Health disparities bias, implicit and explicit. This one was a little bit of a struggle as well. However, implicitly, we may find that there's a misconception of this being a lifestyle choice, not necessarily a mental health disorder, and that it's only young women and girls who suffer from this, and that, which is not true. It could be all ages and men as well. Explicitly, that it isn't a mental health disorder and it's only physical, which is very untrue. It's physical disorder and a mental health disorder. It's affecting all areas of the body. Internationally, here's another statistic. Talks about in Europe and Asia. And those are the references, and that is it.